Hello, welcome to another day of EFT under lockdown. Today is day 9, the second last day, and I have been receiving many requests from all of you. Unfortunately, I'm unable to cover all those requests. One of the requests that has come on very strongly is to cover binge eating or emotional eating. As all of you might be aware, the social media is filled with home bakers and home chefs trying out new skills. Of course, it's a very good thing to explore this part of yourself, but unfortunately, most of these things are unhealthy things that are being cooked. It is but natural because these are tough times, and these unhealthy, high calorie foods are what we associate as comfort food. So we reach out to these foods. But also, what happens is when we eat a lot of these unhealthy food, not only does our weight show the effect, our health also takes a beating and our immunity goes down. So it's a good idea to think about this binge eating. Now, binge eating might be coming from so many aspects. Why do we consider certain foods our comfort foods? Because when we were younger, maybe those were the foods that were served to us when there was a festive occasion, or they were used as a reward for something good that we did. It could also be that we are using food to uh, hide certain emotions or to run away from some things that we do not want to face. Sometimes stress becomes a trigger wherein we start feeling that our survival is at stake, and then we need more and more food to feed in. Boredom is another excuse for binge eating, and boredom also comes with some background. And these big backgrounds generally boil down to the same thing: comfort and feeling of stress. So, today let's tap into binge eating. Now, I am someone who eats primarily raw food, and I thought that maybe I won't have any of this. And since morning, I have been trying to figure out how to write the script for this session. And in between writing the script, I realized that I was reaching out to some apricots and I was eating them, some dried apricots. Suddenly I realized, oh, this is what binge eating is. And I am doing it. And I have been doing it all along. So, yes, I also need this session desperately. So, let's start. Before starting, let's center ourselves by taking 3 cleansing breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And with our eyes closed, let's just think of all the binge eating that we have been doing. Thinking of the binge eating that we have been doing, tapping into the guilt, the shame, the feeling of being too full after that. That moment before we reach out, what were we going through? And what happens if we don't get our favorite comfort food? Now, among all these scenarios, what is the most intense for you today? Just focus on that one thing. EFT always works even better if we focus on one thing at a time. So focus on that one thing which is highest for you today. And on a scale of 0 to 1, with 0 being the lowest and 0 to 10, with 0 being the lowest and 10 being the highest, where does that emotion, the intensity of that emotion that you focused on stand? Make a mental note of this, and we will start the tapping for various other reasons, various other topics. Before starting the tapping, it's always a good idea to drink a glass of water to hydrate yourself. And if the intensity was really high, after the session also, it's better to drink some water. And through the day, remember to keep hydrating yourself. You might feel a little bit more dehydrated if some intense tapping has happened or you have touched some core issues. So feel free to check in with yourself and hydrate whenever needed through the day. So starting now, tapping at the karate chop point, repeat after me. Even though I need to comfort myself with food and I'm unable to stop, I completely and fully love and accept myself. Even though food is my comfort, because I feel loved and warm when I eat, I choose to heal and integrate that part of me. Even though I use food to comfort myself when I'm feeling stressed or I'm feeling lost, I completely and fully love and accept myself without judgment. Okay, so we'll start the first round of acknowledging and accepting, starting by gently tapping the eyebrows. I need this food so I can feel comforted. On the side of the eyes, part of me is longing for that comfort of a full stomach. Under the eye, I have an urge to eat whenever I smell food. Under the nose, whenever I see pictures of food, I feel so hungry. On the chin, I feel so hungry for love. On the collarbone, and I'm drowning in the stress to eat or not to eat. Under the arm, and I just don't know how I can feel okay. Top of the head, there's a part of me that just keeps reaching to the food. The eyebrows, it's almost something that I just can't control. On the side of the eyes, even when I'm doing that, I know I shouldn't be doing it. Under the eye, but there's a part of me that just cannot stop. Under the nose, and there's a part of me that knows it's a bad choice. On the chin, and there's a part of me that knows that I don't enjoy it. On the collarbone, there's a part of me that knows that I'm just going to feel so gross afterwards. under the arm. Even as I'm moving this food into my mouth, I can say this is really a bad choice. Top of the head. Yet there's a part of me that still makes this choice. The eyebrows. When I'm stressed or upset, sometimes food is the only thing that makes me feel better. On the side of the eye. When I'm stressed or upset, I crave for my favorite food, a sweet, salty thing, an oily fried thing, heavy carb foods. Under the eye. Sometimes it feels like food is my only friend. The nose. When I have had a hard day, I know I can turn to food for comfort. On the chin. Sometimes feeling my emotions is too painful, and food helps me to avoid them. The collarbone. Food is always there for me, even when the important people in my life are not there, just like today. Under the arm. Food is always there to distract me from the things I don't want to do. The top of the head. And food gives me something to do and to fill some space that feels empty. The eyebrows. And I'm trying to wipe all these emotions away with food. Side of the eye. I just don't have the support that I need. So I'm using food to soothe myself. What else do I do? To the eye. And I'm trying to create the illusion of feeling full, of being complete. Under the nose. But the truth is, it's not working very well for me. It's only creating more and more pain as I get fatter and fatter, and as I have more and more acidity. The arm. I want all these cares and woes to slide right off me. If I can't use food to stuff myself and to hide all these painful emotions, I don't know how I will drown them. Don't know how I'll cope. The eyebrow. And there's a part of me that is stuck in the old ways. Side of the eye. Almost as though this old way of dealing with emotions is all that there is. Under the eye. But I appreciate the fact that this part of me wants me to be healthier. Under the nose. And I appreciate the fact that it wants me to be comfortable. On the chin. But unfortunately, this has nothing to do with being healthy long term. The collarbone is just filling up some small need in superficial ways. And I appreciate the fact that a part of me is trying to do something at least. The top of the head. But it needs to be something healthier. The eyebrows. I know I should eat only when hungry. But sometimes I just have to eat in order to feel better. Side of the eye. Eating when I'm not hungry makes me feel bad for myself. And I often eat in secret, which makes me feel even worse. Under the nose. The worst part about binging is that way that it makes me feel, that yucky way. On the chin. But food was how my mom, my dad, my caretaker soothed me or rewarded me when I was growing up. And I just don't know any other way. The collarbone. And I often eat beyond the path, beyond the point of being full. And that makes me feel bad about myself. Under the arm. I wish I could control my behavior around eating. But usually it seems like the eating is controlling me. The top of the head. I wish I could have a magic wand or something that would just make my binge eating behaviors disappear. Wonderful. Bring your wrist up. Squeeze the wrist 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And say peace. 2 more times. Peace. Peace. We have acknowledged this problem that we have and maybe the reasons behind it. Now let's do a round or 2 of releasing. So tapping at the eyebrows. What if I can start being more responsible and recognizing that I can support myself without binging? Side of the eye. And I can do this without punishing my body with too much food. Under the eye. I could choose to start making small changes, at least some changes right away. Under the nose. Even though it feels really scary right now. On the chin. Yes, I am still scared of letting go of this need to comfort myself with food. The collarbone. And I'm not sure if I can make the changes needed to move forward and become more responsible. Under the arm. And I need to release this habit of comforting myself with food. Top of the head. and I need to stop this self-sabotage. The eyebrows. I release my obsession with food. I release the idea that I can kill boredom with food. Under the eyes. I release the idea that I can heal anger with food. Under the nose. And I release the idea that food can cure loneliness. On the chin. I release the need to hurt myself by overeating. The collarbone. I release the need to overeat, to hide from my own self. Under the arm. I release the need to avoid my feelings by eating more. Top of the head. And I release the need to use food to cover up the idea, the faulty idea that I have, that I am worthless. The eyebrows. I let go of the need to drown my lack of self-love in food. On the side of the eye. I let go of the need to use food to show my hatred towards my own self. Under the eye. I am releasing this old damaging need to comfort myself with food. To the nose. And I let go of the need to nibble in order to hide my guilt. The chin. I release the narrow view of measuring my parents' love only through the food that they used to feed me. The collarbone. I am ready to release the idea that I am not safe without lots of food inside of me. Under the arm. And I am open to the idea that this releasing can happen. The top of the head. And this can happen easily and without struggle. Wonderful. Bring your hand up. Squeeze your wrist 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Peace. 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 Wow, that feels light to release, doesn't it? So now let's tap positive affirmations in. That's how we complete this. So, tapping on the eyebrows. What if I could interrupt the old cycle of binge eating? On the side of the eye. What if I could be relaxed about this? Under the eye. What if I could do something else indeed? Am I open to this? On the chin. Yes, I am open to the possibility that things could be different. on the collarbone. I am open to the possibility that this could change. Under the arm. Okay, I'm not there yet, and that's fine. The top of the head. I am open to the possibility that this habit of mine can change, and this can happen easily and effortlessly. The eyebrows again. I can start to support myself now in healthy, positive ways. The side of the eye. I am now starting to find healthy and positive ways of rewarding and comforting myself. Under the eye. I now slow down and really enjoy my food. Under the nose. I take the time to really appreciate everything I eat. Under the chin. Instead of rushing my meals, I now slow down and really enjoy my food. On the collarbone. I now eat mindfully. Under the arm. I am calm and relaxed when I eat. On the top of the head. I am totally aware as I'm eating. The eyebrows. I now eat mindfully. Side of the eyes. I pay attention to my thoughts. Under the eye. I now eat mindfully. Under the nose. I pay attention to my feelings. On the chin. I now eat mindfully. On the collarbone. I choose to enjoy every morsel of the food. To the arms. I now eat mindfully. On the top of the head. I love and respect myself totally. On the eyebrows. I now choose to forgive myself for all the damage I might have done to my body. Side of the eyes. I was doing the best I could with the resources I had. Under the eye. But I can see now there are better ways of taking care of myself. Under the nose. I know now how to treat my body with love and kindness. The chin. I am so much stronger and more capable than I ever allowed myself to believe. The collarbone. I love this feeling of strength and joy. The arm. And I release all the old hurts, resentments from every cell of my body. On the top of the head. I am feeling so powerful as I am making this wonderful changes. Powerful and joyous in body, mind, and spirit. Wonderful. Bring up your hand. Squeeze your wrist 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Take a deep breath in through the nose, down through the mouth. Peace. 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 Check within yourself, how do you feel about binge eating right now? If it is still heavy, drink some more water and continue the whole process all over again. As you clear more and more of the stagnant energy and all the guilt that we have accumulated over the years over binge eating, we will be more empowered to make wise choices while we are eating. And I hope you make the wise choice of eating healthy, wholesome, compassionate food so that no life has to die unnecessarily for you to keep yourself healthy in mind and body. Hope you have a lovely day ahead. We meet you again tomorrow for the last session of our EFT under lockdown. Bye bye. See you.